24 years after my mother was killed, I went to Louisiana State Penitentiary, better known as Angola, to visit the place her killer served his life sentence and died. It was a bleak and overcast day when I arrived at the imposing gates of the maximum security prison 900 miles from my home in Florida. As a writer and a victim, I'd arranged a tour of the prison, including his grave in Point Lookout Cemetery, a tranquil plot of land on the rural prison farm at the foot of the Tunica Hills. I liked the serene name of this burial ground, as it implied a final place from where to reflect upon one's life. And there was much to reflect upon in both his life and mine. Although I'd come feeling uncertain of my emotions, there was an unexpected calm that washed over me at the end of the visit, as I walked through the arched trellis entrance conjoining a white picket fence surrounding hundreds of small white crosses. I thought that by coming here I had orchestrated the perfect ending to my story. My mother's death changed every preconceived notion I had about the world and what it meant to feel safe. It informed everything thereafter, including intimate relationships, motherhood, career, and friendships. Before she died, I'd always thought that murder was something that happened in the news, in faraway places, to other people, and that I was somehow immune to such ugly things. I was mistaken. To this day, I cannot go back to New Orleans without feeling the weight of losing my mother. She is in the scent of every flowering magnolia, the moist air that drapes the city, the soulful jazz of the French Quarter, the rich taste of red beans and rice, and the steady current of the Mississippi. She is everywhere, yet nowhere, an elusive shadow. Like living on two different continents, my life before and after her death bore no resemblance to each other, and it has taken me most of my life to adjust to living in the second. Years of avoiding the topic of her death, even her killer's name, had not abated my nightmares and anxiety. Although satisfied that justice had been served, I wondered how much had been gained. Still, in so much pain that there was no way to fill the crater that her death had left in my life and nowhere to turn for peace. Just before her killer died in prison in 2000, in an act almost as mysterious and transforming as her death, I reached out and forgave him. It was then that I realized that I had been as much of a prisoner as he was.